Hola, mi llamo es EricTheCarGuy. How are you? Welcome to FATR number 35. I'm EricTheCarGuy, your host. I think I already said that. Well, this is the offices of EricTheCarGuy. In fact, this is my quote-unquote office. It's actually in that little trailer around the side of the shop, and I thought I'd give you just like a little bit different view of, as I often say, the EricTheCarGuy universe. A couple of things that I'd like to touch on from last week's episode. And the first thing is about diesel engines. In the comments it was pointed out, rightfully so, that some diesels do have a throttle plate. Not all of them control the flow of, not all of them use the flow of fuel into the engine to control the engine speed. Some of them have throttles in addition to that. So my bad on that. And in addition, as far as diesel runaways are concerned, I've been informed actually the most common cause of a runaway condition is the seals that go inside the turbo. So the turbo has oil seals in it. If those oil seals should go, then it'll just keep sucking in more of the oil, and it will continue to run off its own oil until it overheats and seizes up or scatters to the breeze. Just kind of depends on what happens first. Either way, diesel runaways, and also some diesels have a special butterfly throttle plate thing that closes down to help shut the engine down in the event of a runaway. So that's the update on that. Next, as far as the news report that ended up going up to lots of different places around the country, some of you reported that on my Facebook. That was started by Kim King, and she is a Dallas reporter at KXAS in Dallas, and what she does is she's a consumer advocate. So some of you during the whole bad mechanics thing mentioned different shops that you were having issue with. I'm going to post her email here. It's kimberly.king@nbcuni.com. So if you have anything like that you wish to inform her of, go ahead and send her an email. She said it was okay. And you can tell her nice things about EricTheCarGuy if you really want to. Now let's move on to the meat and potatoes of what FATR 35 is all about. And I apologize. Well, actually I'm not going to apologize, because you know what? It's my show. I have kind of hijacked this show. And what happened was I was looking through videos that had been sent to me, and I went off on a tangent. It's kind of like shiny red ball. And my fun stuff started off when I just sort of spied out of the corner of my eye a video about a mono wheel. Basically what it is it's a hubless wheel that's powered by an engine in the center, and you sit inside the wheel. I don't know how practical it is, but it's kind of neat. So check out what a mono wheel bike is. Now, after finding that one, I found one stepping up to the big boys. This one has a larger wheel, a bigger engine, and this is made by McLean, and it is a V8 version of this, and he's got a little test drive, and there is a crash at the end of this one. He was alright, however, because that'll segue into the next video, but check out this V8 mono wheel. Yes, that did not end well. However, he came back and did this V8 mono wheel. Same person, different vehicle. Yes, mono wheel construction. Very interesting. And that led me to a concept vehicle from Citroen. They're a French car company, for those of you who don't know. They've been responsible for some really unique vehicles. I've never personally worked on Citroens, but they're of a different design. And there's a lot more art to the design of a French vehicle. Now, I don't know how practical that is, but it's certainly an artistic look at it. But anyway, while looking at the monowheel things, this Citroen three-wheel concept vehicle has a monowheel type construction, even though it's a three-wheeled vehicle, but the back still has this hubless wheel. And I found it very interesting. I don't have a video for this, but this is just how it looks. It's definitely a unique look. I believe it's going to be an electric vehicle. It's going to be there for urban environments, that kind of thing. And it was somebody had won this design contest that Citroen had held together. But there's a link in the description to that article on that three-wheeled vehicle. And by the way, links to all of these things are down in the description below. You can click on them and see the full versions of all of these things that I'm bringing to you today. After finding the Citroen three-wheeled vehicle, I next found something crazy. And I know probably a lot of you know about this. In fact, this was a concept car, I believe, that came about back in 2008. And it was originally designed to be a, I believe, hybrid electric. In that it might have had some kind of hydrogen powered what have you, and each wheel I think was supposed to have an electric motor to it. I don't believe it turned out that way, because what I'm about to show you is what I believe to be a gas powered vehicle. It is the Citroen GT, and this one is, I believe, came from the Goodwood Festival of Speed, and it was just sort of rolling out. It looks like something from outer space. And if that's not enough for you, you want to see the inside? Here's a video on that. Neat, huh? And that was apparently a Japanese designer. And I did some further reading, and I'll put a link to the article that I found about it. But originally this thing was designed specifically for Gran Turismo 5. They designed that vehicle for the game and in real life. It's kind of interesting that they did it that way. Because normally it's the other way around. Normally you design the car and you bring it into the video game, but no, not this time. That wraps up the stuff that I found. Like I said, went on a tangent, shiny red ball, but I thought that Citroen thing was kind of cool, and it all started with that monowheel, you know, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, what have you. In the process of finding that Citroen three-wheeled vehicle, I found one from Honda. That's the Honda. They were comparing it to a horse, and it's a very radical concept design. It's something that I believe only exists on paper, but from reading through the article, a lot of it really pertained to the interface between the driver and the vehicle itself. I think that's why they were referring to it as a horse, because they're talking about an integration in that you control the vehicle with your mind. Sounds crazy, but Honda has spent a great deal of money on artificial intelligence and creating machines. Asimo, that's one of those things that they have brought to life into this world. But they want to take that concept of artificial intelligence and work it into a vehicle platform. And they have this whole cowboy theme to this. It's like supposedly like 2026 or whatever the heck it is, way off into the future. They even have some discussion about nanotechnology to help repair it. It's out there. It's like reading science fiction more than it is about the quote unquote future of vehicles. But let's face it, the world is changing. Transportation in general is different than it used to be. So they come up with these concepts, and sometimes they get there, such as with the Citroen, and sometimes they just look really great on a drawing board and it's some fancy car show later on down the road. I feel like I've talked enough here though today. For FATR number 35, I am Eric the Car Guy. You can always find me at EricTheCarGuy.com, or you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. If you wish to make submissions to the FATR, I would ask that you send them to Eric@EricTheCarGuy.com. In the last episode, episode 34, I spoke about not posting the videos to my Facebook page, but that seems to have kind of backfired because not too many Facebook posts have happened since I said that. That's not what I meant. I merely meant that posting videos for the FATR to my Facebook page was a bad idea. And the reason I say that is because you'll post the video, and what I do is I sort of put them in a hopper, so to speak. I set the email aside or the message or what have you, and I may not get to it for, well, quite literally this time it's been a month. If you do that on Facebook, obviously things keep going down, 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 and you get forgotten. That's why I say Facebook is not a good place to post FATR submissions, but feel free to post whatever you like on my Facebook page. Be nice, please. And as far as automotive questions, I would ask that you direct those questions over to EricTheCarGuy.com, either by using the search function that is right there on the home page, or you could submit your question to my forum, which is free to sign up for. And all you do is post your question there. I'm there on a more regular basis than anywhere else. So if you're looking to get an answer for an automotive issue, please look me up there. Oops, I forgot something. I forgot to tell you about an important tool contest, one where you can win some really neat diagnostic equipment from OTC. It is the Ultimate Technicians Challenge, and it is, if you click the link, I'll actually put this link up at the top of the links down there for this contest. All you got to do is have your email address, sign up, put your name in, that kind of thing, and you're registered for this. What you win is you win some, let's see, grand prize is a Genesis Evo, just basically smaller increments of scan tools starting with their top of the line Genesis. So if you, yeah, what the heck, go over there and sign up and you just might win yourself some wicked cool diagnostic equipment. And now back to our regularly scheduled FATR, already in progress. Once again, I'm Eric the Car Guy, reminding you to be safe, have fun, and of course, stay dirty. I'm dirty. Are you dirty?